a belt. Hang on. So here's my belt, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But it used to be the fashion you'd have something over your shoulder like this that would attach to trousers, and you'd have one on each shoulder, and that's called braces to hold your pants up, yeah?
Okay.
Yes, in Spanish is tirantes.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
some people, so all you need to hold your trousers up is a belt or braces. You don't need both, obviously, right? But some people,
When moment I need to use these expressions?
I'm going to tell you. So first of all, there's no point in having belt and braces, right? It would be stupid. Yes? Make sense? Yes, are you following me?
Belt and braces.
Is everyone with me? You don't need both. Yeah, to hold your trousers up, you need either braces or a belt. Yes? Are you with me? Right. But some people who are a certain personality type still would have a belt and braces, right? So their pants are not going to fall down, right? Because they've got belt and braces, right? So we say if you go to an extra mile for safety, if you take an extra measure, extra cautious, we say belt and braces. Does that make sense? This is very common in English.
Belt and braces.
Belt and braces. So
but it's using
I'll use
in
an
any
example.
context,
Right? I'll give you an example from the real world, right? So Diana is on the phone to a customer, and it's a yank. Hello there, Diana. Hi. I want to have two cars. Okay.
Okay.
A bit unusual, but that's okay. How many of you are coming? There's 4 of us. Okay. And you want 2 cars? You want 2 cars? Yeah, I want 2 cars. Why do you want 2 cars, sir? Safety. If one breaks down, then we'll still have another car. And Diana might be scratching her head thinking, why is this yank want 2 cars? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, he could say, and a British person would say, it's belt and braces because this journey is really important. And if I break down, I have to get there. We can jump in the other car. That's
yeah.
Belt and braces.
Belt and braces.
Make sense?
Yeah, here in Colombia we have like something. So has the same sense, but it's different the idiom, because it's something like the security is better than police, but it's something like that.
Yeah,
Is
I get you.
if we have 2 cars, in case of one of them doesn't work, so we have the other one as I didn't know to say that. Okay, like a second option, just in case if the other one doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. So we always say, without thinking, oh, belt and braces. We'll just do it for belt and braces, just to be doubly sure.
For security.
Yeah, extra security, safer than the police.
Yeah.
Okay. I understand.
Okay. So now let me find this website again. And I'll share my screen. Okay. And I think probably your environment, EO's a wee bit noisy. So do you want to just go on mute for me, please, until you speak? And then pop off mute then. That would be great.
Excuse me, teacher. I didn't
If
listen
you
to that.
would go on mute, EO, because there's background noise, children playing or something.
Yeah, sorry.
And then when you want to speak, just come off mute, no problem. Okay. And on my computer, and it probably works in yours, if you want to say something briefly, you can just press the spacebar. And if you press the spacebar, you'll pop off mute. And if yeah, you can try that if you want. Okay. So this is this website. So I'll go to vocabulary. No, go to grammar and beginner. And we'll go into adjectives and prepositions. So this is going through with. I'm interested in the idea. My jacket is similar to yours. She's brilliant at maths. My neighbor is angry about the party. So let's do the test. See how we get on. Choose the right word. I'm really proud. You. Which is the answer? You need to come off mute to do this exercise.
Of.
The first one? Of.
I'm really proud of.
Of. I'm really proud of
Yeah.
you. Yes. Yeah. Right, let's go to the next one. She's responsible, blank, health and safety. What's the answer here?
For.
For.
Yeah. Easy. He's allergic, seafood. What is it?
To.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. They're interested, our project.
In.
Yes, they're interested in our project. So easy. I'm addicted, that news series on Channel 4.
To.
To.
Yeah.
Yeah, to.
I know that for a song.
What? You?
I know that for a song.
Sugar?
The lyrics of a song says addicted to you.
I'm addicted.
Yeah.
You're going to make me blush. Right. Sugar is bad. Your teeth.
For.
Correct, Alida. I'm really excited. The new house.
About.
About.
Yeah. My boss is terrible communicating.
To. My body is terrible to communicating.
In.
Maybe at.
For me, it's to.
Diana, you answer, Diana. What's the answer?
And I think that it's at.
Yeah, that's right. It's at. Yeah. My boss is terrible at communicating. My boss is terrible in communicating. It doesn't sound awfully bad, but it's definitely wrong. It's at communicating. At, because communicating is a activity, he's bad at that activity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that was fine. That was the only one that you guys got anything wrong. All the rest you absolutely.
Io ya regreso, dile al teacher, ya regreso. Un segundo.
You aced it. I'm going to go to the chat window. I can find it. Here we go. I would say you aced it. See that? To ace something is to be very successful. You could ace an interview. Ace. And the word ace comes from the playing card. You know, the playing card, if you're playing cards. Ace of spades or something like that. So the ace, it's used in tennis. I've not looked it up in the dictionary to understand the etymology of the word. I taught that to the class earlier. The etymology is the root meaning. So do you remember last week I taught you guys specifically the root meaning of sincere? Remember? And it was sincere meant what? Dan, I won't know this, so you guys teach her, but you guys know. What was the root meaning of sincere? Do you remember this object? Do you remember?
Yeah, teacher. So there is something let me see, teacher. Wax?
Yes.
I forgot.
That's
Yeah, right?
that was about wax. It was about wax. So sin means without. So sincera meant without wax. And do you remember I taught you about the marble statues and how if there was a crack in the statue when they were making it, they would fill it in with wax. So it would have a fault in it that you wouldn't see. But when the sun came out and the object heated up, the crack would appear. And so the thing was not sincere, it was not without wax, it had a fault. And so to say someone is sincere means they've got no cracks in their character.
Yeah, teacher.
That's the etymology of the word. What is the root meaning? Where does it come from? That's interesting, isn't it?
The etymology of exit?
The etymology of any word. So the etymology, so we were talking about ace a moment ago. So in tennis, I don't know if you play tennis in Guatemala and Colombia, but it's very popular in England, tennis. You've heard of Wimbledon, where they play tennis every year. And if somebody serves the ball and it goes straight over and wins a point without even being returned, that's called an ace. An ace. So I haven't looked into the etymology of ace, but we use it in all walks of life to speak about when something is very good. So if I ace an interview, I absolutely nail it. That's another expression we use, nail it. To nail something is to do very well at it. I nailed it. It's being successful at some event. Okay, so I could say I aced it, or I nailed it. I really nailed it. And that's obviously from where you nail something in, you know, and you complete it. There's another one I came across today, which is a very popular expression in English, which is dead as a doornail. And where that comes from is in olden days when they used nails in wood, once they'd got the nail through the wood, you know, so that you'd put the nail in like that, and then they would take the end of the nail and they would bend it round so the nail was bent, so there's no chance of it coming out. And so that nail would be described as dead because you can't use it anymore. You'll never get it out. And so that expression has come into English, dead as a doornail, which you would use to describe anything. So recently I had to look after some plants for a colleague who had moved house, and she gave me her plants and she said, spray them with water, look after them. And I managed it. I gave them back to her and they were still living. But if one had died and wilted, I would have had to say, I'm really sorry, but your plant is dead as a doornail. Am I making sense? I'm really missing the hims and has when you go on silent.
Yeah, yeah, teacher. I understand like the context of every example, but
Yeah.
could you write down the last one expression related to the plant?
The plant? Yes, sure. So I'm saying, imagine I'm saying to her, I'm really sorry, Alida. Here are your plants back. I tried my best, but this one is dead as a doornail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand the last part.
Do
It
you
as a
understand it now?
journal.
This one is dead as a
Journal.
doornail. Yeah, this one is dead as a doornail. Does that make sense now,
Yeah.
or does it still not make sense?
Or can you please tell us other examples, teacher?
Sure,
Thank you.
sure. So you're handing over a car at Enterprise, the keys, the customer. You say, here you go, sir. He goes over and he comes back and he says, here's the keys. And you say, is there a problem, sir? Yes, it won't switch on. I tried the ignition. It's dead as a doornail. Maybe there's a flat battery. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe there's no fuel in it, but it will not start. It's dead as a doornail. Yeah?
Yeah, teacher. It's something that is not possible to repair again.
Yeah. So
Okay, I understand.
Read my example is possible?
I'm going to write down the car one. 1 second to read it. The car won't start. I think the battery, we could say, is shot. That's another way of saying something was broken. It's dead as a door. Yeah. So it's going to need replaced completely. So dead as a doornail isn't necessarily to do with death. It's got to do with something being broken. It means completely broken. Dead as a
Yeah.
doornail. means.
It's more applied for objects than
No, you never said
you
it.
know, personal states.
No, never. Dead as a doornail means completely broken. Right, so this is what I think it means, right? Let's see what the web says.
Mm-hmm. For example, if a cup is broken, in that case, I can use that expression.
We
So my
wouldn't,
cup.
no, we wouldn't use it there. Look at the example. It says the plants are all as dead as a doornail. See that? See that?
Teacher,
I didn't check that beforehand, right? You use the
this
same
is
example as me. You wouldn't use it of a cup that's broken. You would use it of something that has some form of movement in it, and it won't work
but
anymore, like an engine.
this expression I can associate with a feeling. Is possible?
You would never use it to do with people.
Just for example, for mechanical issues or something like that.
Issues?
Maybe
Did you say issues, Diana?
issues or
No,
maybe I'm confused.
no, no, no. Let's look at this reference here. Dead as a doornail is to be utterly dead. You see the way these Spanish words appear here? You see when you guys browse the web, are you browsing the web in Spanish, presumably? When you go into Google, is everything Spanish for you guys? That's a question. When you browse the web, yeah, when you browse the web, are you browsing the web in Spanish?
A web in Spanish.
Do you understand my question? My question is when you normally use the web day to day, are you browsing the web, the internet, in English or Spanish?
In English, teacher.
English. Okay.
In English, yeah.
English. So I
Teacher,
have
excuse
an
me.
app. I have an app on my phone, or sorry, on my phone, on my computer. It's called Toucan. And what it does is it randomly changes words to Spanish for me. Do you see that? You see that word is Spanish?
No, teacher. Is okay, yeah. That word is in Spanish.
And so is that word,
Spanish.
vida. So I can play it.
Vida.
Vida.
Vacío.
Vacío. See, so that helps me learn Spanish because it randomly changes some words. Isn't that clever? I just thought I'd show you that before I switch it off because it doesn't make much sense when I'm teaching English to have Spanish words on my webpage. I'll turn it off. So what is the origin of this? The expression is old. It's been used since the 14th century. There's a reference to the print, blah, blah, blah. So you can read this in your own time. It's got to do with church doors and all sorts of things. Dead as a doornail. Utterly dead, devoid of life, when applied to people, plants, or animals, or finished with, unusable. I have never in my life heard it to do with people. Because it'd be very disrespectful. I mean, if you came across a dead body, or a body, you could ask, is there any life there? No, he's dead as a doornail. You could say that. But obviously you don't come across a body every day of the week, right? So that's dead as a doornail. So we need to move on. So we'll go back to adjectives. So finish. Right. So let's go to the next one, which is about with. She's interested. Have we done this one?
About?
No,
Interesting.
no, it's not about.
In.
In, right, in. I'm a bit nervous going somewhere so different.
About.
Yeah, right. The activities will be similar to what we did
To.
last year. Yeah, exactly.
To, yes.
Yeah. He wants to be involved making the decision.
About?
In.
In. She's angry not being invited to the dinner.
About.
Right. So you guys are acing this.
At.
You're acing it. I'm using the word we learned earlier. You're acing it. So therefore, we need to move to harder examples, you see, because it's very easy for you. You're good at talking to big groups of people, yeah? You're good at that,
At.
yeah. Eating a lot of red meat is not good.
For.
For.
I'm afraid flying.
Of.
To.
Of.
I heard two different answers there. What is it?
Afraid of.
Afraid of. Yeah, you're always afraid of. You could be afraid too as well. Let's think of an example with two. I'm afraid to go out in the dark.
In
Yeah.
my case, eating a teacher. Maybe sometimes I'm afraid of flying too,
Yeah.
as the example.
Yeah. Okay, so we got that right. So we aced that, right? We aced it, ladies. So come back from that. Right, I think that's that page done. So we're ready to go to the next example. So that was one. Let's do ed and ing. You look really, why don't you go to bed?
Tired.
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 Very good. Can I call you? I've got something news for you.
Exciting.
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 Absolutely. My neighbor is always playing loud music. It's very
Annoying.
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 the directions were, and we got lost.
Confusing.
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 Yeah.
I was completely, but I won the competition.
Surprised.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah. She didn't call about the car. I don't think she's something in buying it.
Interested.
Interested.
Interesting.
She's interested.
She didn't call in
The first one.
for-
Yeah, you're right.
Interested.
Diana got that one
Interested.
right?
Yes.
Interested. Can you see that, Alida?
Yes, teacher is correct.
Yeah. My cat gets my cats get really something when there's a thunderstorm.
The first one. Frightened.
Yeah, they get really frightened. Frightening is something that's happening. So when the thunderstorm is on, that's frightening. At this moment,
Frightening.
yeah, that's frightening.
What is the pronunciation, teacher? Frightening or
Frightening.
frightening?
I'll say it.
Again. Sorry, again.
I'll say it slowly.
Frightening.
I'm pronouncing the second one. Yes, frightening. So I'll say it slowly.
Okay. Frightening.
Frightening.
Okay.
Frightening.
Frightening. Frightening.
Frightening. Et, I know, sorry.
No.
Fright et name.
Nearly. Nearly. It's fright and ing. Fright and ing.
Fright and end.
Yes, exactly. And then you say that obviously more quickly, and it sounds like this: frightening, 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 as opposed to frightened, frightened, frightened. First one. His exam results were really,
Disappointing.
Disappointing.
yes, disappointing, disappointing, and full speed, disappointing, as opposed to
Yeah.
disappointed. So his exam results were disappointing, but he was disappointed. See that? He was disappointed. But as a looking on as a third party, you would say his exam results as a general statement were disappointing. Okay, right. So that was that one. She's a big dog, but you don't need to be.
She, sorry, did you
And the
she's a
first
bit.
one.
Yes,
Right.
frightened. The instructions for my new coffee machine are really
Confusing.
Confused.
EO got it right. It's confusing.
Okay.
Right, confusing. You, if you were trying to figure it out and work it out, you would be confused. But the instructions were confusing. Yeah? Makes sense? Everybody comfortable with that?
Yes, right.
I loved my math teacher. Lessons with her were never
Boring.
Worried.
right. But, Pero, if I was not interested in maths, I might be bored. Yeah? Describing my emotion. I might be bored in math.
Really, teacher? Do you like?
Not if Io was teaching me. That shop never has any customers. I am. It's still there.
Surprised.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. Yeah.
yeah. But I also could say it's surprising that that shop is still there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
The battery on my phone only lasts about 2 hours. It's really,
Annoying.
Annoying.
yeah, it's really annoying. However, she got annoyed. Or I'll give you an example. He, Alan, got annoyed tonight that his internet connection kept failing. He was annoyed. When my computer fails, it is really annoying. But he got really annoyed. I was that I didn't get the job.
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
The,
Disappointed.
the first one, yeah.
Yes. I didn't get the job, but you know what? It was really disappointing. For me, it was disappointing. But describing me, my feelings at the time, I was disappointed. I'm reading a really something book.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. The children were so, they couldn't sleep.
Excited.
Excited.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Oh, we got 7 out of 8. You get one wrong. Oh, show feedback. Wow.
So been afraid.
Are they telling us that that's wrong? The children were so excited they couldn't sleep. So I think the test is wrong here. If they're telling us that one is
Yeah,
wrong.
teacher, because
Yeah. I mean,
it's a state for the children.
we need to write to them. We need to fix their course, eh? Okay, so that's that. Intermediate. We'll do one more. You game for one more? Right, go to chat.
Yeah, teacher.
Are you game for one more? See that expression?
You came for one
Mm.
more.
Do you use an expression like
Yeah.
this in Spanish? Are you game? Are you game? Which means willing / interested. We like to do whatever. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, teacher. I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, got that?
Yeah, teacher.
So we'll do one more. We'll do one on articles.
Articles.
So because this website's totally free, you guys can go here in your own time and read through it all. We'll just go straight to the tests. I like listening to it helps me relax. Complete the sentences with a, an, the, or a dash if no article is needed. So what do I want to type in here? I was listening to it helps me relax.
Dash.
Anybody else? What does the other people think? Agree with that?
It's a dash, teacher.
Yeah, dash, teacher.
So something money he gave me wasn't enough.
Maybe dash as
The.
well.
So I heard dash, and then somebody else said something else. What was the other thing?
Yeah, teacher.
Not sure. This is the.
I think that is the.
It is the,
The,
right? So it's not an money.
Yeah.
It's not
the pronunciation correct is the or the?
the.
The. Okay.
The. So I'll
The
read
money.
the sentence and you can complete that. The.
The money he gave me wasn't enough.
That's absolutely perfect.
Okay.
The money.
The money.
Yeah, the money he gave me wasn't enough. So I couldn't buy my lunch. He doesn't like something dogs. One bit him when he was a child.
Dash.
The. He
Everybody agree with
doesn't
that?
like the.
You think it's the?
I think that is dash.
The.
I think I'm getting hearing loss.
Maybe a dog. I'm sorry.
He doesn't like.
You'd say
For me, the. He
because it's
doesn't. Sorry, he doesn't like the dog.
so if it was a singular on dogs, it was dog. Dog. If it was singular, not plural, you could say he doesn't like the dog in that situation. You see? So there's a dog running around.
So yeah, this is
That's
Spanglish, Alida.
yeah. So
I think that is dash because it's something general. It's not a specific dog. It's dogs in general.
Okay. Okay.
I think that is the answer. I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
so
Yeah, that's right.
you're right. Okay. He doesn't like dogs generally, just doesn't like them because he was bitten as a child. He doesn't like dogs. Not the dogs, not our dogs, but dogs. Could you pass me something salt?
Dash.
No.
I think it's a salt. A
The.
salt.
We always use an article here.
Could you please me pass me the
Yes,
salt?
that's right.
The.
That's right.
Because the salt is in general,
No,
or
For me, it's a specific.
Yeah, in this case, it's specific because
Yes,
it's something that you can point out.
yeah, yeah. Another word you could use here, maybe not with salt, but you could say some. Right? I would like some salt.
Some salt.
oh yeah, some salt.
Some. Or I would like. Do you have fish and chips where you guys come from? Fish and chips. Do you eat that? Fish and chips.
Yeah, Tisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like vinegar on my chips. So we have salt and vinegar. So I would say I would like some vinegar, please. Can I have some vinegar? Some. You wouldn't say the vinegar. You wouldn't say the vinegar. But if I was asking you to pass it to me, I would say, "Hello, can you pass me the vinegar, please?" But if I was saying, generally asking, I would say, "What's in front of me?" I would say, "I would like some vinegar."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Teacher, or maybe when you say sugar, some sugar.
Um. Yeah. So
Maybe.
if you were serving me tea in Guatemala, and you might say to me, "Would you like some sugar, Alan?" I would say yes. 2 spoonfuls, please.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was sitting at the table and I was asking you, and I would say, "Can you pass me the sugar?" The sugar. If it was the kind of sugar that was in a cube, I don't know if you still do these, but sometimes you used to buy sugar in sugar cubes. You seen those little cubes? You seen that? Sugar cubes? I would say I would like a cube, a sugar cube. Do you want something apple? I've got 2 in my bag.
An apple.
An apple.
Okay.
Do you want an apple?
Right. Why an and not a? Do you want why an and not a?
Because it's a specific rule.
Because it's
Or
accountable.
Is because the next word start with vowels.
Correct, Alida. You got it, girl. So in front of a vowel, you always, the definite article, the indefinite article, pardon me, the indefinite article, which is normally a, becomes an. It's simply because it's hard to say apple, right? So we put an there, an, apple. It means the same as a. It's an apple. I can take children to school today.
The children.
The children, yeah.
The children.
The children.
This is my uncle Phil. He's a teacher. He lives
A
in.
teacher.
He's a teacher.
A teacher.
A teacher.
Correct. It's a teacher. So that's the indefinite article. Ah. Is there something university where you live?
The. The university where you live.
Is there an university?
This is a weird one. This is
I think that is the. Is there the university where you live?
University
quite a
where
few
you
answers
live?
here, right? We've had an, right?
I think that is the.
I think it's that. Is there the university? See that? You see,
For me, it's an.
what, Alida?
It's not an. Is there an university where you live? Where you live?
Yeah, that this is an undetermined article.
Yes.
And if you say the university where you live
That
is something, is a specific university where you live, because you can live in anyone, but that is specific. I don't know, so I think that.
very much.
So it's definitely not the, right? So I'm pretty sure the answer is A. Is there a university? The question comes up is why is it not an since it's in front of a vowel? And I can't answer this question because by the rules it should be an. Is there an?
because
It doesn't.
because the phonetic of university is not you like a vowel. It's like a you. I don't know how to say that. It's like a similar to like a J maybe.
A Y. Yeah, like a Y. Yeah. A
University, right?
university sound. Yeah. This is an interesting one, right? So I think it's is there a university? Let's see if we get it right. It's right. See that?
Because it says, I sorry, I don't understand what when
Why that's
these
an.
sessions. I don't understand again, please.
You don't understand why university is an A and not an an?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good question. And you know what, Rita? I don't know why either, but I knew the answer. Let's research it together. Right? Let's just research it.
So teacher, so I learned that in a course, and the teacher said because it's like the way how it's pronounced, yeah, because it's not university, it's university, so that's why it's. So we know that so the article a is when we have like the noun starts with a vowel. Yeah, that is
Okay, okay,
pronounced as a
Good.
vowel.
Yeah.
But in
okay,
this case, this instead of starts with a vowel, is not pronounced as a vowel.
Right.
okay. I got it. I got it perfect. Thank
You're
you.
right. Now, but you know what, ladies? I didn't know this before now. I never knew this. I knew the answer. It was a university because of how often I've heard it. You know, and our brains are really good at pattern recognition. That's what they are. They're pattern recognizing machines. So I know the answer, but I didn't know why until now. Excuse me 1 second. I need to plug my laptop in. It's nearly out of power. Yeah, so if you look at this here, the U in university is pronounced with a long U, which sounds like U, and is written as a J in the phonetic alphabet. So although the letter is a vowel, it is not pronounced like one in university because it does not have a vowel sound. We therefore say a university. That's fascinating. I didn't know that before today. Not really good?
Yeah, teacher.
I
Fascinating.
learned something. I learned something from you guys. That was really good. I couldn't have explained that. So this is an interesting website then. It's what this website's about. Learn English.
There are some exercises.
I wonder is this an an Indian website? I'm going to have a look at this website because it's obviously got some interesting comments on it, and it's got grammar and punctuation and listening and reading. And, so we'll have fun with this website. Let's revisit this another time.
Yeah.
So I think we finished that exercise, and we're good for this evening. I think we've done enough for one day. So let me end this one here. Lost Diana. We've had enough.
Thank you, teacher.
So that's us started in grammar. Probably what we'll do is, to keep it interesting, we'll kind of mix it up. And maybe each week we could do some grammar, some vocabulary, some grammar, some vocabulary, and some expressions like we've done tonight.
Yeah, teacher.
And then we're learning all of these things. And while we're learning, we're also practicing. So you're practicing speaking and listening. And I am pretty much speaking normal speed now. I've sort of forgotten to be slow, like Alida asked me to at the beginning, and I've kind of sped up. But I think you're all getting me. Alida, I was just pointing out that I'm speaking at normal speed now. And you, okay, so we've got a message from Diana saying I shouldn't have charged. So that's the reason she's left. So I'm saying I'm speaking at normal speed now, Alida. Are you following me? I think you were following me all evening. Yes?
I don't understand you.
You don't understand what I just said?
No.
No? Okay.
Again.
Again.
I a little lost.
I was just saying, Alida, that
Uh-huh.
I was speaking at normal speed. My speed was normal. And I was asking, were you following me? That's what I was asking. I think when I was reading out the questions, because it was written, you could see and hear at the same time. That was maybe helpful for you. Yes?
Lida, the teacher is asking you if you understand everything that they spoke, because he spoke with the normal speed that he does usually. ¿Nos oyes, Lida?
Ask
Ale, Ale, Ale.
her in Spanish.
Así es que el profe te está preguntando que si entendiste todo durante la clase porque hoy no habló despacio, sino que estuvo hablando con su velocidad normal. Entonces, que si lo seguiste. Bueno,
Lo sigo. I falling when he's
following.
falling me.
I'm following. I was
I'm
following.
falling when he's right for phrases and explain. He's explain different examples. I can understand.
Okay.
When I his show his screen also, but I lost when in different moments when his explanation in explanation I sometimes I lost, but when I put my mind on focus, I understand his idea.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, I will bid you ladies good evening. And I will see you on the chat, I guess, in the next day or two.
Okay, teacher. Teacher, I can ask you something for the chat because so on chat because I was following you in the part of the expression about the journal, yeah, and I searched some information and I was confused with some example that you gave us, but also with some other example that I found.
Okay. You've got more examples? Okay. Well, you can
Yeah, teacher. So
put it on the chat, on the forum, the group chat.
yeah, yeah, I asked you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, teacher. So thank you so much for the class for today. So
You're
as
welcome.
always, it's very interesting because we learn so much.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you
Okay.
so much. For me, it's really important this class. Sorry, because I don't understand everything, but for me, is necessary this class for my learning teacher. I
Okay.
am happy in your
Well,
class.
I am hoping that maybe in a few weeks I can say a few things in Spanish. But I won't embarrass myself just now. But I will bid you buenas noches.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
All
Que
right.
pase una bonita noche, profe. Que
Muchas
duerma mucho.
gracias. Que descanses. Chao.
Thank you.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye, Alida.